Hi, welcome to our cozy garden. This is May. Today we are sharing with you that next year we are starting a microflower farm in our Zone 3 garden. And we also bought this sprout box garden from Chilliwack, BC, because we're going to transfer some of our edibles on this side. And at the back part of our garden, where the edibles are right now, we will convert that to our cut flower garden. And then we'll share you more updates later after we set this up. Stay tuned!
We initially planned to make a raised garden bed using wood, but when I checked, the price of lumber went up significantly this year, so it ends up almost the same as getting a raised bed like this sprout box here, which is made of metal. Plus, you also have the longevity of raised beds like this, as long as it is well taken care of. Another reason why we decided to invest on a raised bed this high is really to maintain it with ease. Having it raised this high, it's way easier to plant edibles or flowers and to weed it without needing to bend or crouch down. Alright, so it comes with 8 rods in total. One is 2 feet long. I think the other is 18 inches long. Just 1.5. So I'm using 4. There are 4 2 feet long rods. This one I'm gonna put on the middle. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should be right here. When we get to this point, it will be second from the bottom and third from the top, and that's probably where the biggest pressure would be once this tall garden bed fills up. This corrugated metal raised garden bed is fairly easy to assemble. Of course, having another set of hands can make it easier, but really I don't see any issues with having it assembled by yourself either. It took us about 2 hours to complete. It's also very convenient that this garden bed can be configured into different shapes, according to what works with you and your space in the garden. Alright, we're almost done. Here's our configuration, which ends up to be 2 by 8, 8 feet long, 2 feet wide, and then 3 feet high, which is more than enough for what we need. And we did do it this way because it's a bit too long. So we have 2 in the middle, because that's where the biggest pressure would be, in the middle, farthest from the edge, and then at the bottom. So this one supports for this one, The support rods are going all through the third from the bottom hole, as well as that one, and in the middle we have two. We have second from the bottom and third from the top. So yeah, we're just gonna finish that up, and we're almost done with assembling our sprout box garden bed.
Now we're going to show you our plans for our micro cut flower farm at the back side of our garden, and where we're going to put our new sprout box raised bed. So the new raised bed would be on this area, so it's 8 feet in length. So this year we're trying to add zinnias, sunflowers, and we'll see if they actually grow. And then next year we're going to put more edibles on this area. And then this will be the pathway going to our micro flower cut farm. We got some free pavers yesterday from one of our neighbors, so we're going to add it here. And this will be the space for our this raised bed garden. It's full of edibles right now. We have carrots and parsley for fall harvest, but then next year we're going to use this for the cut flowers. And this is our micro or small micro cut flower farm. We only have 3 sections, and we're going to put our annual flowers. So I'm excited to start next year. Now I'll show you on our side yard. Initially, we don't have any plants on this side yard garden. That's why it's all rocks right now for easy maintenance. But then we want to maximize the space, and it gets sunny here during the day. So we're going to add more peonies and maybe some perennials, just like salvias and Russian sage. And my husband are into edibles too, so we'll add his Nanking cherries, but in shrub type. Okay, so yeah, I'm so excited to plant all the flowers that we're going to add.
Here's our new waist-high garden bed. We had to level it as much as we can since our backyard is sloped down towards the house. We also have this sod, which we're going to use as a filler for the garden bed. We have lots of it in the wheelbarrow, and then there's more here in the back parking pad. We have some work done past few days. So I have this. I also pulled out some trees from the front yard that would go into the garden bed as well. We're also adding half of our compost, our unfinished compost, into the garden bed, and that would save us a few $100 of garden soil to fill the new garden bed up. And we're almost done with our walkway. We just need to add the last piece, which is the creeping thyme ground cover. So what it will do is grow in between the pavers, the rocks, and it will keep the moisture in. It will help with soil erosion, especially that our new pathway is sloped, and at some point it'll give us fragrant flowers. So that's our next step. We're switching the plants in the fragrant garden. We took the Saskatoon berry as well as the French lilac, and in place we are putting in 2 roses that we planted last year. One is the Alberta rose, which is a red rose, but I forgot the variety. The other one is a variegated yellow and red rose. I'm also not sure about the variety for this one, but I think it's called Double Delight. And then add some rose fertilizer. It's organic rose fertilizer, and then top it off with new garden soil. Here we are adding in half of each of the thermophilic compost container. I do have some thoughts about how this composting method went about for us in the past few months, but I'm thinking of doing it in a separate video. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel for that. I also added shredded paper and cardboard to fill up the garden bed faster. And the last layer is black earth topsoil bought from a local garden center. To complete our new raised garden bed, we're moving some of the kale and parsley seedlings, which we directly sow in the back garden. These are 2 of our favorite greens to grow because they are fairly easy to take care of. The kale tastes great with Caesar salad dressing, and the parsley is perfect for a homemade, fresh-tasting tabbouleh.
Forward never, backward never. backward never.